So class number two, we want to get into stage one, data. How do we find motivated sellers? Yeah, because you dropped off earlier, you need to share that screen with me again so I
Oh,
can bring it up.
absolutely. Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
get the screen over to you now. So let me know if you can see my screen here.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. How about now?
Yeah, looks good.
Awesome. So,
Uh,
guys, this is Propstream right here. You can search anywhere in the United States. First thing to do to build a motivated sellers list in our system is we need to just type in a market up here at the in the search bar. So, Ula, what market would you like me to search today?
so how about we go, let me look at my last lead right here. My last lead came in from, I think it's from Houston. Hold on one second. Yeah, Houston.
All right. So we click on or type out Houston, and we have obviously different Houstons in the United States, but I'm referring to Texas here. So we'll click on that. And what's going to happen is we're going to just essentially dump all of the records we've collected on your desk. So you have now 900,000 records you can go through in the market of Houston. To help you out, we're going to categorize them. We're going to let you how many of them are on the MLS and pre-foreclosure and so forth. But here's really what you should do. Go into the filter. The
Hmm.
filter will have all of our 19 categories that you can choose from. So this is what I call the starting point. You're going to want to choose a motivated sellers list here, right? So it could be a property that's vacant, property that has a lien, a pre-foreclosure. So decide which list you want to go after. So for this example, maybe we want to go after senior owners. Now, from here, you can stop or refine your search even more. So here on the left-hand side, you'll have the ability to look for owner-occupied senior-owned properties, absent-owned senior-owned properties, properties that are answering their mail, not answering their mail. So it's essentially your goal to build the situation. You choose the list and then refine it by creating an even more distressed situation. So being a senior owner is one thing, but not living in the property and no one being at the property at the same time, an absentee owned and vacated property could be extra layers of motivation that could cause that senior owner to want to sell.
And these are additional reasons why somebody would want to sell at a discount because that's what we're looking for.
Absolutely. So, with that said, once you decide whether it's owner occupied, non owner occupied, whether someone's there or someone's not there, you'll then have other filters to utilize, like property characteristics, right? Whether it's a residential, commercial. Now, for this example, and most of us here, we're probably in the residential space. So, we'll click on that. But you still get the option to choose what type of residential property. It could be a single family, a condominium, etc. So, we'll choose single family. And do note that not only are these property characteristics for your preferences, but they can be used as motivational drivers as well. Like, for example, we want to look for properties built in perhaps 1970 or before, right? Really old properties at this point, 50 years or even older at that point. So not only is it senior owned, they're not at the property and it's currently vacated, no one's there renting it out, they're not making money, or they're not at the property itself, but it's also a 50-year-old building or even older. So property characteristics is the first area, followed by our MLS area. So this MLS will let you now look through the results that you have left, the 290 properties, and see if any of them are on market with an agent, or for what we need to do or what you're going to implement, off market property. So now you can make sure they're not listed with an agent by saying on market no, and pretty much calling it a day in that area. Now you can add more layers of motivation, like adding pre-foreclosure records to the search, going into, oh, go ahead. Did you want to add?
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Going into the ownership information section to specify whether you want to deal with an individually owned senior owner or corporate owned senior owned property, years of ownership, even numbers of properties owned. And a lot of people don't even consider this, but the location could also be a motivational factor. So you could even specify whether it's an out of state, out of county, or local owner. Finally, the last three categories are you can add lien, bankruptcy, and divorce records to your search. So maybe you want a senior owner who also has a lien on the property, perhaps, or a bankruptcy, maybe even a divorce. You can specify the lien amount, specify the lien type, recording dates, and the final two preferences that you can add to your search are valuation and equity. Like, for example, looking for properties less than $300,000, perhaps a property with a certain amount of equity so you can actually implement the wholesale strategy. In this example, we'll use maybe 45% or more. And finally, loan to value ratio, tax values, and to wrap it up, the mortgage information section. We do collect financial records, so this will allow you to look for properties that have up to 4 mortgages if you need to. Finally, you just hit close, and your results that you filtered are here on the right-hand side.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, so like you said earlier, we're building. Like, if you know anything, remember the third core pillar was people, right? We need to build a list of people, right? People that are behind properties, distressed properties, properties that are in all of this different situation. And it's such a fantastic thing that you can actually stack those particular criterias, those criterias that represent distress for each one of them, because these are additional reasons for everyone you stack, additional reasons why a person may need to sell at a discount, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for discounted properties so that we can lock them up under contract, which we're going to talk about that in a second, and then flip them, right? That's awesome, man.